Background: the quality of the higher education in modern China has changed at various times, reflecting shifts in the political policies implemented by the central government. Following the founding of the PRC in 1949, the Chinese government educational focus was largely on political re-education in a period of political upheaval such as the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. Ideologically was stressed over the professional or technical competence. During the early stages of the Cultural Revolution, tens of thousands of the college students joined Red Guard organization, which prosecuted many university faculty members as a counter-revolutionaries and effectively closed China universities. When universities reopened in the early 1970s, enrollments were reduced from the pre-Cultural Revolution levels and the admission was restricted to individuals who had been recommended by their work unit, possessed good political credential, and had distinguished themselves in a minimal labor. In the absence of a stringent and reasonable object entrance examination, political connections becomes increasingly important in securing the recommendation and political dossiers necessary to quality for universities admission. As a result, the decline in the educational quality was profound. Deng Xiaoping reportedly wrote Mao Zedong in 1975 that university graduates were not even capable of reading a book in their own fields when they left the university. University faculty and the administrator were demoralized by the political aspects of the university system. Efforts made in 1975 to improve the educational quality were unsuccessful. By 1980s, it appeared doubtful that the political-oriented admission criteria and accomplished even the purpose of the increasing enrollment of the workers and peasant children. Successful candidates for universities entrance were usually children of the cadre and officials who used professional connections that allowed them to enter through the back door. Students from the official families would accept the requisite minimum 2-year work assignment in the countryside, often in a suburban location that allowed them to remain close to their families. Village quarters anxious to please the parents. Official gladly recommended these youth for universities placement after the labor requirements had been met. The child of an official family was then on his or her way to a university without having academia ability or record of political activism or distinguished work record. After the death of Mao Zedong in 1976, the steps were taken to improve the educational quality by the establishing order and the stability, calling for an end to the political contention on university campuses and expanding the university enrollment. This pressure is to maintain the quality and the minimizing expenditure led to the effort both to run existing institutions more efficiently and to develop other colleges, universities, and programs. As a result, labor colleges for training agro-technician and factory-run colleges for the providing technical education for workers were established. In addition, 88 institutions and key universities were provided with the special funding to top students and the faculty members and the other supporters, and they recruit the most academically qualifying students but without regard to the family background or political activism. Modernization goals in the 1980s. Representative of the Xi and universities ready to welcome new students at both set up the outside of the city train station throughout the late summer. The commitment to the four modernization required a great advance in the science and technology. Under the modernization program, higher education was to be cornerstone for training and research. Because modernization depends on the vastly program, higher education was to be cornerstone for training and research. Because modernization depends on the vastly program, higher education increase and improve capability to train the scientists and engineering needed breakthroughs to reopen the concern for the higher education and academic qualities and the central role for the science and expected to the four modernization highlighted the need for the scientific research and training. The concern can be traced to the critical personal shortage and the qualities of deficiencies in the science and resulting from the unproductive years of the Cultural Revolution when the higher education was shut down in response to the needs for the scientific training. The sixth plenum of the 12th National Party Congress Central Committee held in September 1986 adopted a resolution on the guiding principles for building a socialized socialist society that strongly emphasizes to the importance of the education and science. Reformers realized, however, that the higher education system was far from the meeting modernization goals and that additionally changed with needed the provisional regulation concerning the management of institution of the higher learning. Promulgation by the State Council in 1996 initiated vast changes in the administration and adjusted educational opportunity, direction, and the content with the increased independence accorded under the education reform. Universities and colleges were able to choose their own teaching plans and curricula, to accept projects from or cooperate with other socialist establishments for the scientific research and technical development. Initiating of combines involving teachers, scientifics, its research and production, to suggest appointment and removal of the vice president and other staff members, to take charge of the distribution of the capital, construction, investment, and fund allocated by the state, and to be responsible for the development of international exchange by using their own funds. The changes also allowed the universities to accept the financial aid from the work unities and decide how this money was to be used without asking for more money from the department in charge of the education. Further education, higher education institution and the work units could sign a contract for the training of students. Higher education institutions also were assigned a great role in the running inter-regional and interdepartmental schools within their state-approved budgets. Universities secured more freedom to allocate funds as they saw fit and to use the income from the tuition and technical advisories services for their own development, including the collective welfare and bounces. There also was a renewed interest in the television, radios, and correspondence classes, see distance learning and electronics learning. Some of the courses, particularly in the college-run factories, were serious full-time enterprises with a 2 to 3 years curriculum.